Hello viewers, Doug here. Ellis Car Customs, your safe space. I'm glad everybody left me some comments on the last video. I wanted to start out by saying, I wasn't belly aching or anything like that. I know it sounded like I was having a pity party, but it's one of them things where I don't want to, I don't want to make something that people don't like, and, I mean, I was still going to make it. I'm still going to do the work. I'm still going to put videos up, but it's like, it's like anything in life. If you're doing something and, you're hoping you're doing it good, you're doing a good job, you're doing what people like, and people start walking away, you wonder, am I doing something wrong, or am I, did I change something that all of a sudden, now it's not as interesting as it was. But no, and it's not about money, obviously, because like I said, back when I monetized the channel, that I wasn't gonna stuff commercials in my videos, because when you monetize, you have the option of putting what they call mid-roll ads somewhere in the middle, or a lot of people make longer videos so they can put more mid-roll ads in there, and I opt out of that. Any video over a certain, I think it's like 8 minutes or something like that, you can stuff a commercial in the middle of it, and I don't do it. And I never will, because it's not really about the money. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was happy with what I was doing, and, didn't want me to change. I will, I hear you about showing a little more work, and I will try to show a little more without being boring. Because some people do like to see exactly how you take a piece of metal from an old tailgate or whatever and make it work for what you want to do there. Like, this thing here, I'm gonna clean the thing up. I'm gonna bend a flange in the bottom of it like I did on the other side, so I can plug weld it to the floor. And like the radius of the thing, from being a gate, was not quite enough to loop around like I needed it to, so I had to form, I just took it against the beam of the barn and just kept bending it and, trying it up against the other one until I knew I had the right roundness to it, and, at least a rough idea of where to start from. But yeah, I guess that's probably what some people like to see, maybe a little more of how do I get the shapes that I get, or how do I get the bends that I get, and I'll try to show a little more of that. But other than that, I just wanted you to know, I watched it and I was thinking, well, geez, it sounds like he feels sorry for himself. I don't feel sorry for myself. I just don't want to do stuff that you don't like, and so that's what my aim is to try to give you content that you'll enjoy while still getting the job done, because we all want to see it finished. We all want to see it going down the road under its own power. Probably nobody more than me. And we're going to get there. Like I said, once we get the body straightened out, and we have a suspension and drivetrain and brakes and fuel lines and brake lines and all the mechanical stuff. Hopefully that'll be interesting to you, because it all has to be done to make it a car. But we're a long ways from that. We want to get the body squared away before we start getting into that. But some people have wondered what I want to do for a power plant. I'd really like to stick with a vintage small block Chevy like it would have came with. I have a 3-speed transmission out of a 57 with I've got the clutch, pressure plate, I got all the parts, so I'd like to find a bell housing. I'd like to find a small block Chevy of the same vintage or whatever and keep it kind of original, because I'm not looking to build a hot rod, but I'm also not looking to build a trailer queen or like a Concours restoration or anything. I'm building a driver. So I want it to be reliable, for what little I drive them. And I want it to, start and stop and steer the way it should. And we'll try to make sure we get that done. But other than that, I'll get back to work and I'll show you what I've been working on. Coming soon. Well, our buddy White Toes is here visiting us, trying to get in the way of my work. In the vein of showing a little more work, I've got this back piece like I made on this side. I've got it mocked up. I've tried it in the slot there so I know she's going to fit. And we're going to weld that sucker on there. And then we'll make that front piece. And we'll cut this rusty garbage out. And I'm sort of straddling the line between showing a little more work and I don't want to show too much work on this side because we've already done it once before, so I don't want to, bore you with the details, but that's how I got it mocked up, ready to weld, and I'll tack her on there and give you a look. So I thought about reusing these old hinges. I mean, it was going to be a bear to get all these old bolts out of there, but the pin is kind of junk in it. It's got a lot of slop, and I'll waste so much time. I mean, I could put a new pin in it, but in the end, between having to drive that old pin out, putting a new pin in there, and getting all of these bolts out of the hinges, it's not worth it. Sometimes you got to choose your battles and what hill you're willing to die on, and I ain't willing to die on this one. So I guess we're going to order up some new hinges, so we'll have them here when we go back to fitting the gate in that opening. But I just figured I'd show you those things. Sometimes, like I say, you can save a lot of things, and sometimes it's just you weigh the time against the effort and it's not worth saving them. So we'll order some new ones. So sometimes when you're fabbing up a piece, like fabbing up this piece to put in there on the other side, you need to build a radius in. I use a pipe sometimes. I'll use a log. I mean, you can't be afraid to use whatever works for you. Because I tried this piece up in there and found that I needed it a little more rounded, so I can just take it, form it around my log there, and get a little more roundness to it. It's rude and crude, but it works. And I'll show you. I'll bring it up here. And I've got things situated here. We're making this piece so she'll fit in there like it did on the other side. And like I say, you have to kind of go with the roundness of that wheel well there. Like I said, I wanted to just get it to slope just a little bit more. We're a little more in the ballpark now, but yeah, don't be afraid to use a log or a pipe or anything that'll give you the shape you need to accomplish your goals. So let's see, we got all that rusty garbage cut out of there. and putting in some not as rusty garbage. This is a piece I cut out of there. Like I said, it can't hurt anybody anymore. But there's no repurposing that. But yeah, a little at a time. I just figured I'd show you how I hammer some of that stuff out. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but if you're in the fabricating and welding hobby, you can't have too many vice grips, C-clamps, C-clamp vice grips of various lengths, because you never know what shape you're going to have to pinch together to make something. So yeah, you can spend a fortune on C-clamps, but you kind of got to have them to hold your stuff together. I just figured I'd show you that, and I'm going to zip that thing together and see how it turns out. Well, my kitty is content as long as he can keep an eye on me. Plus this is what I heat my shop with, is a heater, and he likes it where it's nice and warm. But we got that kind of mocked in there where she's going to go. We've got to make that piece on the top like I made there, where it has to round like this and round like that and have a lip on it, kind of like that piece over there. But I had to do a brake job today on my son-in-law's car, so I didn't get too much done. But I figured I'd bring you out here, give you a little bonus. In the winter we like to start our vehicles occasionally so the batteries don't go dead. I had the Mustang out today because I had to bring my son-in-law's vehicle in to do some brake work on it. But bring you out here where the other babies sleep. Unfortunately, they get dusty just sitting here. Usually I cover them up with plastic, but I've been lazy. But figure I'll give you a taste of 283 small block. She purrs like a kitten. But the interior of this car is original. So like all the seat covers and door panels and everything, they're not perfect, but they're nearly 70 years old, so we can't ask too much of them. But yeah, she fires right up. Yeah, she's got a 283. It's the original engine in the thing from all them years ago. I figure I'd give you more of a walk around on this thing when it's clean. But yeah, that's the original engine. And I don't ask too much out of her. The chrome is all, driver quality. It's not, perfect by any means. I replaced these pieces here because they were pretty bad, but the hood bar is original. I put new script on the front of it, but, she's holding up pretty good for an old car. Anyways, that's what we got done today. Again, I wanted to say, I wasn't trying to bellyache or anything. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing something that, was driving everybody away in droves. So, I appreciate you commenting, and I appreciate all the advice you gave me, and I don't take it to heart. I don't think you're abandoning me or anything. Maybe it's just a YouTube thing. They don't want me to get too big for my britches or something. So I'll let you go surf the net. Till then, have a good one. See ya.